The black girl makeup YouTube era is back, y'all.
The dark skin mauve of color, oh yeah. The mauve of color, oh yeah. Yeah, how she move with a style and make you stay a while.
Alright y'all, so we are in the comfort of my bathroom and we're about to do a fall makeup look. So we're going to go ahead and prime my face first. I am going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Pore Filling Primer. Y'all, right now I'm feeling real good on my skin. My skin is skinning. It's doing its thing, yeah? I'm gonna apply the Hydro Grip first and then let that dry down till it's like tacky. And then I'm gonna go in with my pore filling primer from Smashbox. I have been noticing that my skin has been getting dry. But we move, you know, the weather is changing, the seasons are changing. So yeah, so you wanna make sure it's nice and tacky, babes, before we put on the pore filling primer. And then I'm just gonna put the pore filling primer. This is how it looks like, by the way, just so for all my people that are unfamiliar with this is the photo finish primer for your pores from Smashbox. And I'm really just applying it on the places that I have the most open pores. So it's on my cheeks, really. My cheeks has like the biggest pores. And as y'all can see, I did my eyebrows off camera because I cannot talk while I do my brows. It is damn near impossible. And after I'm done doing this, then we're gonna get into this chit chat get ready with me, because you know, I definitely did say that I will be pivoting my channel more. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Just consider this as like a FaceTime chit chat, you feel me? Like I'm talking to y'all like how I would talk to my friends, and usually we be having like some enlightening conversations, most times, more often than not. I just feel as if like if we're not talking about anything substantial, what are we really doing? And why are we on the phone? You know, especially me being a content creator, it is hard to get me on the phone because most times I'm either editing or I'm recording and it needs my full attention. Recording would be a full-blown shift. Like I'm probably here 6-8 hours just doing hair and makeup all together because you know your girl don't bullshit, okay? But let me not ramble because I do have a tendency of when I talk, I stop doing stuff. So we're gonna be very productive, okay? Let's go in with a loose powder before I apply my foundation just so I can have an extra matte look. And yeah, so let's get into this conversation, y'all. Can I be real with y'all? Like really and truly, can I be transparent with you all? I feel as if like for the longest, I've definitely been hiding from you guys. And I wouldn't say hiding in the sense of, oh, like I'm doing something malicious or anything, but for years, I've always told myself that I always wanted to come on camera and be authentically myself, you know, show my personality, which I feel like you guys have gotten glimpses of it. I told myself that like, you know, yeah, you know, I want to show my personality more. You know, I'm more than just hair and makeup. Like, I'm not just the hair and makeup girl. And funny enough, I feel like God, the universe, has answered me expeditiously at that. If y'all haven't watched my recent video, please go ahead and check it out. I did make a very bold statement, and you know me, I don't be talking on the internet. Y'all don't even really be hearing my voice on camera for real. Y'all always hearing a voiceover. So that was my first time really going off on the internet and on Beyonce's internet at that. And I was just pissed. I was very pissed. I was put in a situation where it was very unfavorable and also just very disrespectful. And for me, I make it my duty to not ever put myself in a space of being disrespected and tolerating it. Go ahead and check that video out if y'all have not. This is posted probably like a couple of days ago. And before I continue on, we are going to go into foundation. I am going to be using my Lancome Tint Idol in Zicolor. I think it's 555. And I'm also going to mix it with my Rare Beauty foundation in the color 530N. But overall, it's so funny how that situation even transpired, because literally not even 24 hours before that situation transpired, I was writing in my notes, right? and I was writing down just like how I want to pivot in the last quarter of 2024. In my notes, I did write down that I don't want to work with any Chinese-based hair companies anymore, more so because I just felt very limited. Like, I feel like when working with these companies, granted, yeah, they paid nice, and you know, when the pay was nice, right? They definitely did pay nice, and it was a nice amount of money to have extra in my pocket, especially as a person that does this full time. You know, besides YouTube, like, you do need a extra set of income. I'm not saying you need it per se, but when your channel isn't performing well, which honestly mine wasn't, that money came in handy. And I told myself that, like, if I really want to elevate, I have to exchange something. I don't like saying sacrifice. And the unfortunate part is that with exchanges, it definitely does come at a currency or at a price. You definitely have to give up something in order for you to return something back. And I had to give up that security net because really and truly it wasn't fulfilling anymore. And this is not even just with that, but just with any job, right? You don't ever want to put yourself in a situation where, yeah, you're getting the money, but there's no fulfillment, there's no excitement, especially being as a creative. Like, I'm not really getting challenged for real. And when I say challenge, I don't mean bad challenges, because I ain't trying to be challenged. I think life should be easy. But challenge in the sense of, for example, I do hair. So I want to make sure that, like, I'm constantly expanding my craft, whether if it's doing a different hair color or showing a different hair color. Like, you can only do so many soft beats on YouTube. You know what I mean? After a while, it gets redundant, it gets tiring. And I feel like that's exactly what it felt like with my hair content, where it's just like, they're telling me, do this, do that, do this, very cookie cutter, the same thing over and over again. I'm constantly working with black hair. I'm constantly doing the same style, bombshell curls, oh, layers, curtain bangs, oh yeah, do this, don't do that. You can't even color the hair. How am I even supposed to show the longevity of the hair if I can't even color it? And that's the whole point of hair, or just any form of hair reviews. Overall, I just felt, excuse me, I got a little hair on my forehead. Overall, I just felt extremely limited by my situation, and I was just like, something has to give, because even doing this hair content, it takes a lot of time from me, especially knowing the fact that, like, I'm not out here bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to the girlies that just cut the lace and stuff. Listen, I like an easy, efficient wig just as much as any of y'all. But when I do come here, I do show y'all how to style the hair. Like, really, I make those decent wigs, because really and truly, there are decent wigs. Like, some of them are really good quality as well too. But for the most part, they're decent wigs. They're affordable wigs. That's exactly what you are getting what you pay for. You know what I mean? Granted, there is quality in them. Don't get me wrong, but you are still getting what you pay for. So with that being said, you're not gonna get the same quality like how you would with raw premium hair, like from just one donor. You probably work with 5-10 different donors in one wig when you're getting those affordable wigs, or even sometimes filler hairs. Let's just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. Again, like, this is just the hair industry within itself. This is no secret, to be honest. And they don't care that it's not a secret anymore, which honestly should be concerning a bit too. And just really seeing how they are aligning, it doesn't align with my goals, because I feel like, for me, I give quality work, right? And I want my hair to reflect what I do. I want to wear the raw hair. I want to be able to really show the longevity, to show the quality, to show just like what hair is supposed to be, which is supposed to be manipulated. Hair is supposed to be different styles. I want to come to y'all with the same wig, and I'm showing y'all different styles, and I change this from brown to blue. You know what I mean? Like, and I just wasn't getting that anymore. It just got very tiring. It got redundant, and I could only show y'all but so many times of me doing a wig install and telling y'all the same thing. Even after a while, I just get tired of my own content. I'm not gonna front. So I just felt very stunted, very limited as a creator. And overall, I'm just like, I want something bigger and better. You know, like I do see the upcoming influencers, you know, the content creators getting these big brand deals. I haven't been getting them. The only brands I really were working with were the Chinese-based companies, you know? And because those things took so long for me to do, and I'm a one-man band, I haven't delegated my work just yet of like getting an editor and stuff. It just took time for me. And I see myself in a bigger realm than just hair and makeup. So I say that to say that God works in very mysterious ways, and when you ask for something, you gonna get it. You finna get it, all right? And that's exactly what happened. So although it was very disheartening, I feel like it was also just a test of like, you said that you didn't want to work with these people. I'm showing you why you shouldn't work with these people. Are you gonna go back on your word, or are you gonna stand on something? And best believe I answered the call. I said, I'm going to stand on something because I quit before I even got fired. You feel me? So, and I'd rather it be that way than for me to get fired, because when you get fired, it ain't pretty. It was just a very interesting situation, but I say this to say that I've just been in a very rough spot in regards of my career, because I know, and like, it's not even like a question of the if, it's just more so of the when, but I know that I am supposed to be expanding bigger. And just granted, I do not take away from my accomplishments. I am so grateful where I'm at right now, and I wouldn't have gotten this far without y'all. So I do extend my gratitude for the people that do watch me, but I just feel like a lot of times in the same breath, I'm also not getting exactly what I'm asking for, but that's also because I've been hiding myself. And overall, this situation has just been very discouraging, especially just kind of seeing my engagement on my channel just really plummet. I'm not gonna lie, like my views have just been doing so trash as of late. It's definitely picking back up now, so I'm super grateful for that. But even with me being consistent, I feel like my stuff wasn't being pushed out to my subscribers, which is very frustrating, especially because I do this full time. So y'all, and I'm using my Morphe I think this is the M153 brush. Oh, sorry, M173 brush. And I'm going to use that to blend out my nose contour. But it's just been a very discouraging year in general. But I'm pushing past it. And this is why I'm bringing up the topic now, which is really just learning the power of alchemy. And if you don't know what alchemy is, I'll leave the definition of what alchemizing or just alchemy is. Transmuting your energy, well, I'm speaking more so in the sense of energy, learning how to transmute your energy and turning that pain into power in a sense, right? And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I now always go back to this moment where I remember back in 2021, that was my full testament of alchemizing, y'all. When I tell y'all, I went through some bullshit in 2021, y'all, and it was right before my birthday. Literally 2 weeks before my birthday, I got into a badass car accident, like by myself too. I'm upstate New York, and I hit a deer, and my car was fucked up, y'all. The front of my car was toe up from the flow up. I'm surprised that my airbags didn't even deploy. That's how I knew God was real. And it's so funny because, long story short, I was driving, I went to my friend's house, and I went to her house to go do a board game for my birthday, right? So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm going back to school. That was when I was still going to school upstate. I'm going back to school. I'm like an hour away from my school. And I'm going back home. So for some reason, I just had this weird feeling in my heart. And I'm just like, yo, something doesn't feel right. So even too, as I'm driving off from her house, like something was in me. It's like, yo, stop the car and go pray. So I literally pulled over and I had prayed, right? Now I'm driving. I'm on the back roads, heading back to my school. And the back roads that I'm in, like on one side there's houses, on the other side like there's like full blown like a big ass hill. And like upstate, you already know the elevation is high. So like there's certain places where you're driving, it's just full mountains, like down on the other side. And that's exactly what that was. So I'm driving, and literally I drive an SUV. All I just see is a big ass deer head in like my windshield. And I'm like, what the? And I couldn't even finish the word fuck. And all I do is I just hit the deer. I didn't even swerve, thank God. And that was my first time ever being in a car accident like that. You know, I could have swerved, and if I swerved, I wouldn't be here. I honestly would not be here. So, car was totaled, and apparently, I guess I had whiplash. So, you know, at first I left the scene fine, and I had whiplash, and got a rental. My car was getting fixed and everything. And then I also had like a big falling out on the day of my birthday with a couple of my friends and stuff. So that wasn't pleasant either. And that was the first time I decided to do a series. And I remember probably like 2 weeks after the fact of like that accident and my birthday and stuff, my back just kept on locking up. And like when I say that was the worst pain I have ever experienced in my life, like literally I'm in my bed and I'm crying my eyes out, and I'm like, yo, like I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, yo, my back is just in so much pain, and like, oh gosh, it almost felt like I was paralyzed. And during that time, I was still getting up to do my series, to dye the hair, to install the wigs. And as I'm working, my back is just locking up, and I'm in just so much pain. And you know, I was going through all that turmoil during that time, and I'm just like, you know what, like, God, like, I'm not going through this for no reason. Like, yo, like, I have to get through this series. And at that time, I didn't know what that series was going to do for me, y'all. And literally, my whole entire life shifted. When I say shift, like, I feel like that was a true definition of not just only, like, alchemizing my pain, but really quantum leaping. Like, I was like, I don't give a fuck what I'm going through right now. I'm still like, no, like we're gonna get this done. And y'all, when I tell you growth within weeks, like 2 weeks, I already gained like 50K followers on Instagram. I went from 50K to 100K. And then my income went from like low, you know, thousands to now making 5 figures in just 1 month, y'all. So I'm explaining this story to say that like I have done it before, I've seen it, and now that I have the vocabulary to say what I went through, that's exactly what happened. I quantum leaped because I wasn't taking no for an answer. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm gonna do this no matter what pain I'm going through, no matter what situation I'm going through, no matter how much it's hurting my ego. I'm gonna still get this done because I know that like the God within me, I can do anything, you know? So I say that to say, and this is also encouragement to myself, because y'all, I have been crying for days. And this is, again, this is a FaceTime call, y'all, so don't be running around telling y'all friends about what we talking about, you feel me? But this is me being really vulnerable with you guys, because everybody talks about the things that they go through, or like they talk about their story after the fact. I noticed I was getting a little stuck. And again, I'm gonna work on this more. I'm just showing y'all the real raw version of myself, you know. Like, of course there's gonna be a couple of edits, you know, but this is me, and I'm ready to show me. And I'm just using my e.l.f. Camo concealer in the inner corners of my eyes, and then I'm gonna use my Hourglass concealer just to kind of like sculpt on the outside, just so we can blend it out easier. All right, and then for contour, we are going to use my Milk Makeup contour stick in the color Space, and we're going to just use that to contour my nose. But on to what I was saying though, y'all. Nobody really shows y'all or tell y'all stories of like when they are within the storm. You know what I mean? And that's not something I'm claiming anymore, because I'm past that now, and I have no choice but to get past that and to be past it. It's either you're in it or you're not. There's no in betweens. So granted, like I literally cried earlier today in the shower. I was literally in the shower crying my eyes out, y'all, because this is not easy, chasing after your dreams, especially when it looks very unconventional. And, you know, it kind of feels like all of the odds are stacked against you. And in a sense, it's like you kind of feel as if like you don't have anything to really like rely back on. And also knowing that this is your only plan. There is no other plan. A lot of people do plan on having a plan B, C, D, but that's just not me, because I already know that any other lifestyle wouldn't resonate like how this one does, you know? So, but overall, people don't sit down there and tell you what they're going through in the midst of it. And I'm also learning to use that vulnerability as my superpower. And again, like learning how to not only just trust myself, but to also tell myself that it's safe, you know? I feel like sometimes it doesn't even feel as if like you're even safe in your own head, and that's real. A lot of times, like, you know, like we have a hard time imagining ourselves in certain places because, again, we never really fully gave it to ourselves. And it's hard to do that when sometimes your circumstances are telling you otherwise, but from what I've learned in the space of really manifesting your life, your imagination is your only reality. This is all just smoke and mirrors, you know, and this is only just a reflection of what is going on in your head. Everything that is literally around you was once a thought that is in your head. And like, honestly, I saw myself moving to Houston. I saw myself doing all these things. I saw myself living in a 3-bedroom apartment. I saw myself having the floor to ceiling windows and the even down to the gray accents on, like, you know, my cabinets. I saw all of that before I even actually achieved it. So I am still very grateful for where I'm at, but I also know that I am destined for more, and you have to choose when you're ready. I feel like a lot of times we be waiting for opportunities, and that was me. I got caught in limbo of like, okay, I'm just waiting for the right time, waiting for the right time. Only time we have is now. So if you're constantly declaring that you're waiting for something, that's all you're ever going to do. Is you're going to have multiple nows of you waiting and never actually ready. Stay ready so you don't ever have to get ready. But I just wanted to come here to just be real with you all about being a content creator, chasing your dreams, being a creative, doing things that your family members have never done, you know? And it's hard to explain the vision to people, but I have also learned that in this space where you're at and where you're going, especially if you're explaining to people that have never been where you've been, they will never get it, you know? So the only person that you could really trust with your vision is yourself. And go hard or go home. I am going to go in with my powder puff, and I am just going to go ahead and blend out the outer corners of like that highlighted part of my eyes first. And then I'm going to go on the inner. And you just want to make sure that you kind of keep it in place. You don't want to like drag it out too much, especially this inner part. You really want to blend out in the same exact place that you applied it at. Just so that you don't look crazy. You know what I mean? And I apologize if I may or may not be all over the place when it comes to, I guess, my talking point. But also, too, this is me, right? So if I'm talking to y'all, like, we friends on FaceTime, and I may forget myself, or I may repeat a couple of things, but the message is still received. You feel me? So that's really that's all that matters, honestly. My main premise of even starting this conversation was to really just bring awareness to all of my aspiring entrepreneurs, all of my people that are discouraged, even the people that you look up to, whether it's me, whether it's a Jackie Aina, whether it's a this or that. We are all still human. We are all still going through our shit. There are a lot of disappointments and our own barriers, and honestly just our own self-limiting beliefs that we still have to get across. You know, no one arrives to a place perfect, because we all have had experiences that has shifted how we are really supposed to live, which is to be living in abundance and being fearless and pretty much is living in this God state, right? Of just not worrying and stuff. And it's hard to be that way in a world that honestly just constantly induces and inflict pain on you, whether if it's through the media or if it's through family or if it's through jobs. You just constantly be in this hustle and bustle, and you're not even having time to think for yourself, like for even a second. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, but fortunately, we are in charge of all the things that we do not know, right? So with that being said, as much as we have all of these things going on in this world, we shouldn't make that, and let me not even say an excuse, but make that our limiting belief that we can't get past it, or we can't, like, you know, live in a life of bliss, because really and truly, we are our own curators and creators and co-creators of our life. Like I said, whatever we're seeing around us right now, we have once thought of it, and it just so happened to pop up in our reality. We are constantly manifesting, whether if it's consciously or subconsciously. And I'm not gonna front, yes, to all of my LOA people, I am a law of assumption girly. Not a law of attraction, but I'm definitely a law of assumption girly. I've definitely been tapping more into that, and this is honestly a topic I've really just been wanting to talk about for the longest, because I've definitely have shifted my beliefs in regards of living the life that I want to live for some time. And I think it's a really cool topic to talk about, especially for my people that do struggle with anxiety or just fear of the unknown and everything. And I feel like just this entire thought process and belief has really taught me to be more intentional and to actually like see all the thoughts that I've been having on autopilot for all these years. And it's nasty. I ain't go front. It's nasty work. Now I am gonna go ahead and spray my face with some Urban Decay all-nighter spray just to research my face and prep it for our loose setting powder. And I like to go with my foundation brush just to press that in. You want to make sure that it dries down clear. Is it clear? Like it's glue. I want to make sure that it dries down completely before you apply the powder, and make sure there's no like spots on your face, you know. You don't want that, darling. You don't. Right. So we're gonna go back into the Huda Beauty loose powder in the color Cinnamon Bun. You just want to make sure you take a little bit on your sponge. You don't want too much because we're just setting it into our skin. So I'm gonna blow some off, and I'm gonna apply that underneath my eyes, and you just want to really just kind of press that in to your skin. Make sure it melts. You don't want any powder residue on your face. Like, you want it to look like a second skin, pretty much. Like this. Y'all see that? Just like that. But yeah, y'all want to know what I came to the realization as to why I was hiding from y'all for all these years? I definitely, and this is like me self-diagnosing myself, which honestly, I've been doing that the entire time. I have never gone to therapy before. These are all just self-actualizations that I've done over, of course, the years, but really and truly this month. Like, I feel like me moving to Houston really accelerated my learning curve. Like, I learned a lot, y'all. I learned so much out here, but in a good way. Like, I feel like it matured me 10 times more than I needed that push, which is why I moved to here to begin with. So it got the job done, you know what I mean? So, but yes, the reason as to why I've been hiding from y'all is because I definitely had a huge issue with imposter syndrome. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I felt like a whole imposter, even in my own success. That was honestly one of my biggest, when I say biggest, themes of this year, because it started this year. Actually started last year. I started a thing where I'm like, you know, each quarter or even each half, I have like probably like 1 to 3 words that would describe the year. So for me, definitely imposter syndrome was my biggest one of this year. But overall, there were just many times, and this is honestly just throughout my career, that I said, yes, you know, I feel like I'm deserving of these things, and I deserve this and I deserve that. And as soon as there will be an opportunity that arises that is honestly close to the lifestyle that I want, right? I will literally just shut down, and I'll just be like, no, I'll make up any excuse in the book as to why I couldn't do it, or, oh, you know, like it's a lot of work, or this and that. But it's like, girl, is this not the lifestyle that you were literally asking for? Like, this is what requires of a content creator. This is what requires of this. And I'm not saying that I was being lazy, you know what I mean? Because when I work. But also too, learning that as a content creator, as you move up, you can't be the one that's constantly editing your stuff. How are you going to get stuff done and you don't even know how to delegate? And not even just with other people, but also with yourself too. Learning how to break tasks in half or in fours so that you're not burning yourself out. Because that was the biggest issue as a content creator. Like, I would have these long periods of working hard and then have even longer periods of hiatuses. So even too, it's kind of like it will look as if like I'm being inconsistent, but reality is like I burned all the energy that I even have for the entire year throughout 3 to 4 months, and I'm just so drained to the point where I'm just like, yo, I can't even move a muscle right now. Like, don't talk to me. My social battery is literally on -20. Like, all points down by 1,000. At first, I didn't understand what it was, but as time was flying, I'm like, this is not conducive, because even too, I go through these cycles of like feeling very productive and then feeling very guilty for even resting. But it's just like, no, your body just kept score and you wasn't listening. You weren't listening to your body. You weren't delegating with your body. You weren't delegating with your work. Overall, you wasn't moving like a business person. And I think that was my biggest feat. It's just that like I wasn't treating my brand as a true business, right? I was just treating this as like, oh yeah, Young Africana is Vivian. Meanwhile, really and truly, Young Africana is an extension of Vivian, but that's not who I am. Vivian on a regular day, I'm kiki kakaned up. I'm not talking about work. I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about that. But me coming to y'all as Young Africana, I'm doing work right now as we're speaking. You know what I mean? Like, there's different sides of me, and with different sides come with different responsibilities. I can't mix my work with pleasure, and that was really my biggest thing that I had a big issue with. So again, I just was dealing with imposter syndrome of like feeling as if like I was worthy for certain things, and then when something would pop up that in a sense would allow me to rise up to that occasion of me being quote unquote ready, I wasn't. And y'all, I don't want to trauma dump too much. I'm coming to y'all FaceTime calls, so clearly the feelings is mutual. We talking. So I do want to also start some discourse on my comment section. So go ahead and comment down what's one thing that you have struggled with throughout this entire year. And now y'all doing that, we're going to go ahead and apply some contour. I'm going to be using my Morphe 8R contour palette. And this, I'm going to apply it on my little cheekbones, innit? I don't like doing cream contours on my face. I really, truly dislike doing powder, especially on my face, because I really feel like I don't need it anywhere else besides just my nose, because I don't really like a harsh contour, honestly. And I just feel like it's not needed. You really don't need it. I promise y'all don't need it. At least I don't think you need it. Like, the powder does just fine. But if you want that more intense type of contour, go ahead, grab to your thing. But yeah, your girl was definitely going through it when it came to imposter syndrome. I definitely felt like I didn't want people to see me. And it's so weird because you would say that as a content creator and it's like, what the fuck? So why are you even recording yourself if you don't want to be seen? But seen in a sense of like, oh, what if you find out something about me? Like, almost as if like you're about to get caught about something. Knowing, I mean, I ain't do nothing like horrible. You know what I mean? But I think it's just, you know, being seen for who you are, and then also just having the issue of having other people perceive you, you know, even if it's not necessarily in the light that you want it to. And I also had to understand that, like, no matter what, I'm not in control of what anybody thinks, but you know what I am in control of? How I think about myself. And I have to put sovereignty over how I think about myself over everyone, even my own mama, you know? And that was the biggest thing about me having that self-sabotage, self-deprivation, imposter syndrome, was that I was looking for validation from everyone except my motherfucking self, y'all. It was bad. I was looking for, you know, mentors and other people. And I'm not saying that it's wrong for you to do that, right? But again, and this goes back into law of assumption, which is why I really mess with law of assumption so much, because it just rounded about everything that, like, I was learning, but it just kind of put it in one lump sum of like, oh, so this is what I was, you know, figuring out, which is that everything always reflects back to self. You know what I mean? From the relationships you endure to the relationships you even have right now, like, what you're thinking, what you're saying to yourself is a direct, like your 3D is a direct mirror of all the things that you think about, right? And a lot of times, because I was looking for the answers outside of myself, that's the reason why it was so hard for me to even perceive things, because I never even gave it to myself first. Because really and truly, we're not even really chasing the things, we're chasing the feelings. And the sucky thing, but the best part about that is that you could feel anything at any moment. Like, at any time. I can think about a whole situation it could bring me even back to the smell of what I smelled during that time. Like, you know how we'd be like, oh dang, like it smells like when it's like crisp outside, it's like, dang, it feels like a field day when we went to like a field day back in kindergarten or some shit like that. Like, we time travel every single time, because really and truly, like, the only thing that really exists is now. So our body doesn't know the difference of us experiencing something right now versus experiencing something from 10 years ago. Like, your body doesn't know that. It just, what are we feeling right now? And if I'm feeling a situation that happened to me from years ago that traumatized me, guess what I'm feeling? I'm feeling traumatized. That's exactly what is going on in your body, okay? Your body don't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. So with that being said, the sucky thing about certain things is that, like, although you may not see it in your reality, you can still feel it. And feeling it is damn near close enough, if not enough, for you to relive a moment or for you to feel something. Well, I'm preaching to the choir. I ain't gonna front you, I'm preaching. Like, I feel like I'm like spitting game right now. Like, this is some real law of assumption, just overall just manifesting game. I'm spitting. But this is all things that I've learned from different creators. Really and truly though, I have to give this one shout out to this one creator, because he changed the game for me. And let me know if y'all watch him too. His name on YouTube here is Neuro Knowledge. Y'all, bust my motherfucking Scalati, y'all. Like, he bust my, like, everything that I thought, he was like, oh no, you're wrong. And I'm like, oh. Really, truly, if you really want to challenge your mind, because that's what I'm doing now, really and truly, just trying to challenge my thoughts, my beliefs every single day, go watch him. He is a great watch. Like, you can watch him straight. The man don't stutter, and you know, he said what he said, he said what he said. You feel me? But that man is so knowledgeable, and he's honestly changed the game for me in regards of me thinking and being in pain to being empowered and to be empowered in myself, you know? So yeah, he's big ups to him. Like, and even too, his channel speaks for himself. He grew from like 4K to like 200K in 5 weeks. Like, the knowledge speaks for itself. Like, the guy is golden. I ain't gonna front. And this is not even to be on some, you know, on him, you know, but he really has helped me in regards of like just thinking and creating the reality that I truly want for myself. Alright y'all, so we are getting on to the eyeshadow portion of it. I promise it won't take too long and hold y'all up, but I think y'all are also enjoying this. I'm enjoying this as well too. I feel like Although this is like my first time really just getting true and intimate and stuff. But I like it though. I like this little life. But I do want to show you the inspo that I am trying to do. This is the inspo that I am trying to do. I'm going to show you guys. Y'all, this is like a real, like, I would say like a halo eye. And we haven't done that in years, y'all. Like, we're bringing back 2016 makeup. Please, I'm tired of the damn soft glam, Jada Weda eyeshadow, the Ari eyeshadow. Bro, I'm tired of that. Like, can we just learn how to do more eye looks than just one thing? That's why I said I'm on a mission, point blank. We're bringing back the Get Ready With Me's. We're bringing back the talking videos and doing makeup together. Heart to heart. You feel me? Like right now, we having a heart to heart right now. Like I'm really enjoying myself. Like this is the most at ease I felt about work, which is what I'm doing right now, in a very long time. And honestly, I could do this often. But this is a look that I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go for a real vampy, bronzy type of eyeshadow. So I am going to go ahead and put on my eyeshadow base and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so right now I am using my blending brush and I'm just blending out my eyeshadow base. And really and truly, I just go in with the P. Louise base. This is the one in Rumor 0. And then I go in with my Hourglass concealer and mix those two together to kind of get like a tannish brown type of eyeshadow base. Just want to make sure it's nice and thick and also just dry down completely before we apply the eyeshadow. And you just want to make sure that it doesn't crease and stuff because you don't want that at all. Even like a little bit. You don't want it at all, darling. Okay, y'all. So to start off with our dark brown halo, because we are doing like a halo eye, I am going to go into my Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. And I think I'm gonna interchange between this brown and this brown because I feel like we get like a nice brown smoky eye type of vibe. And we're gonna like create a halo. I can see your halo, your halo. Sorry, it's mad late at night too and I'm over here singing up a storm. Okay, yes, but make sure that your eyelids don't crease because they be creasing. I'm gonna start on the outer corner first, and I'm using my Morphe M433 brush. These brushes are so dang old, but they still work. Like, I've had these brushes for 7 years. Can you believe that? Going on 8. I had these since 2017. 2017? Actually, not a lot. I think it's 2018, so 6 years. Going on 7 years. So right now, we're gonna kind of create like this outer crescent. So I'm gonna start in the outer corner first. We're gonna bring that slightly above the crease and you're just gonna press that in, okay? Now I did notice with her, it's not really a halo, to be honest. It's more like a half crescent. And I do like how hers do look. I don't know if I want to do a halo. So, yeah. We're just going to bring it, we're going to like kind of bring it like in to the brow bone. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of like curving it out. Like I'm doing like a C. And you just want to keep it like right above your natural crease, but not to the brow bone. So you still got some space to do like a lighter brown because we don't want our eyes to look blacked out. You know what I mean? So I like to kind of just keep that right tucked in the crease. And then I like to bring it into the brow bone. And I've been doing my makeup like this for some time now, but this really brings like the entire eye look together when you bring that brown into your natural, like your nose contour in a sense, because it just brings the entire look together. And y'all gonna see more. Y'all gonna see. So as you guys can see, I pretty much kind of left the lid open just so that we could apply the product. All right, babes. So we got this color right here, which is like a champagne-y, goldish, but on the greenish type of metallic color. Then we have this color, which is more on the goldish side and more on this bronzier slash smoky side, which I feel actually that one might go more, or I can mix the two. And then the last color that I'm deciding on is this one right here. I don't know. This one is a little too gold for me, so I think I might exclude this one. You know what? I feel like because this one honestly felt the closest, I feel like it wouldn't hurt me trying that. And if I could go lighter, and if I need to go lighter, I'll just go into this one. So even too, so right now I'm going to go ahead and use like a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap that into the palette. And I'm just going to apply on all the empty spots of my eyelids. So you just kind of want to make sure that you tap it, because the fallout on this, sometimes it be too much. It be too much. She's cute. Right. Okay. Okay, this is actually a really cute color. I think I actually do want to mix the other one in to kind of give it like a different type of, but this is cute. This, I'm going to spray my all-nighter spray on the brush just so I can really get that pigment. You feel me? So I'm going to go into the other color, and then I'm just going to top that on top and see how that come out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see, honestly, one thing about me, I be knowing a thing or two when it comes to these colors. You feel me? I feel like when it comes to color matching, I've honestly never struggled with color matching. And this is not even like to my own horn or anything, but really and truly, that's just not my life. I'm pretty good at being colorful and just getting like the color combo right. Now I am gonna go back into that dark brown, and I'm gonna like diffuse like the edges of like this gold, because really and truly I don't want it to give cut crease. I really more so wanted to give it that soft, no cut crease type of look, you know? So that's definitely the look I'm trying to go for. So definitely try to blend into the glitter with that brown so that the brown and the glitter could mix in together, y'all. Yeah, just like that. Get a little messy, get a little crazy. Get a little crazy or whatever. And to really kind of make this pop and to really kind of give it more fall vibes, I am going to go back into that transition color, but I am going to apply it into the crescent part just so it could be more gold or like more orangey, like that burnt type of orange. Ooh, that's a lot of powder. I don't know if you guys see the vision. I need to go back in and blend that out, but definitely want it to be more in the fall gold type of vibe. Alright y'all, so I did do like a little baby liner. I can't talk doing liner, so I'm just like, I can't even show y'all that. But yeah, I just did a little baby liner. As y'all can see, I didn't wing it out or anything. I just wanted to keep it just like that because honestly, I do that all the time, to be honest. I don't even be doing like wing liner like that anymore. And with this look, definitely not a wing liner. But I am going to go into a black liner and tight line underneath my eyes, well, my lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this is the Italia pencil. You could get this off of Amazon. They're actually pretty cheap, I'm not gonna front. And it comes in like 3 in a pack, and it's super pigmented. All right, babes, now I'm gonna go into a bullet brush. This is my Morphe E36 brush, and I'm gonna use that dark brown that we used for like our crease, and I'm gonna apply that on the lower part of my lash line just to smoke it out. But I just love the fact that now that I know that I am pretty much the operant power of my reality and the co-creator of my reality, there's stress, but at the same time, there's no stress, which is that, like, you know, everything really is on you. Like, life is just filled with just different decisions you choose to make, and whatever you choose to do would, again, just reflecting your reality, you know. And overall, that's just what I'm just learning to do. Because it's not easy, especially always just kind of being in this state of like fight or flight, and understanding that that's not a nice place to be in. In that space of survival, you really can't make the best decisions. And a lot of times you can end up getting guilt tripped into the space of survival, even when you're not, you know, because as relaxed as my job could be, because like, you know, I make my own schedule. I pretty much get up in my own time, right? I have that freedom to do so, but also too, in the same breath, when you know that your income is reliant on this, and you're constantly thinking of like, okay, I gotta do the next idea, like really just in your head and not in your body, you could easily get tricked into a scarcity mindset, which honestly, that's what happened to me. Because as a beauty content creator, seeing kind of like the decline even here on YouTube, right, where people aren't really doing beauty content as much, or is not gauging as many views, especially as the black makeup girlies, you know, and all the black makeup girlies kind of left, you're kind of like tricked into thinking that, oh dang, YouTube is done. There's no more opportunities. All the opportunities are scarce. And if you're constantly telling yourself that, guess what's gonna happen, babes? The opportunities are gonna be scarce. And the scary part about it is, like, granted, like people, we're saying we're entering a recession. Right now is also the best time to be alive. So which one you gonna choose? Right now we have the most technology that we ever had in life, period. We are in a space of where opportunities of even making money on the internet is just flying at the woodworks. Small businesses are growing just off of just a creator's one video, and like TikTok having that like crazy organic reach. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like when you start focusing on stuff like that, your goals or just the things that you want, the gap starts to bridge itself closer. And I feel like for the longest, I was always constantly worried on the negative, and that's how I got into this negative mindset of like, oh, the views are going low, the this, the that, the that. And it's like, well, girl, at least you got your account still. At least you can still make content. You know, at least you have some form of revenue generating. Really just working in the space of gratitude nonetheless, instead of thinking of the negatives, will uplift you and not destroy you, you know. And I feel like I definitely destroyed my own self just being in that lack mindset and getting tricked into a scarcity mindset. But now that I know that, again, I don't have to wait for any opportunities. I can just create them, and creation is finished. So that means it's already done. You feel me? If I say I want to be a millionaire, boom, it's already done. It's just now the steps, or like the signs proceeding, you know. The signs never starts, it only just follows. So it's exciting to know that with that mindset, and even during days where I don't feel my best, I can still always remember that, and, you know, dig within deep and always just kind of come back to self instead of looking for that outside validation. And now that I have given myself that validation, can nobody fuck with me. Period. Because whatever I say goes. I'm not giving nobody no power over me no more. I'm not giving nobody no dominion over me anymore, over my life, over my career, what they think I should do, what they think I shouldn't do. You're not me, and I'm not you, clearly. So do what's right for you. Do what resonates with you. And as they say, if it don't apply, let it motherfucking fly. So for bronzer, babes, I am going to go into my Benefit Cosmetics bronzer slash blush, and this is in the color Java. And I am going to be using my Morphe R10 brush, and I'm just going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. I am trying to go for this nice orange burnt vibe. I want to give real toasty type of vibes on my face for sure. So I'm going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm also going to bring it a little bit into my cheeks too to kind of give me like that rosy effect. Let's see what's going on. She's hot. Alright, my lovely darling, so I did do my lashes off camera. As you can see, she's looking very seductress, but this nose is not. So we are going to go ahead and remove the excess powder off of my face with my Sephora Micro Smooth pressed powder. This is in the color Espresso. So I'm going to go ahead and use my powder puff brush. This is my Morphe E41 brush. I'm just going to press it in. And then I'm going to press it into my skin. And this is actually my first time using my Micro Smooth in a hot minute, honestly. So we're going to see what the hype is about. I feel like I always just kind of drew closer with my L'Oreal Infallible pressed powder. I don't know why. I don't think I have a hate for this powder though. I think I just always liked the L'Oreal one. But this one's actually doing a pretty good job, I'm not gonna lie. And I got this powder a minute ago actually. Oh yeah. That looks really nice on my skin. Okay, I think we're good with removing the powder now though. Yeah, this looks really good. Why haven't I used this sooner? And it goes to my skin perfectly. Okay. Alright, Micro Smooth. I like this one. It's crazy, just been sitting there. And I'm like, you know, something just provoked me to just use it. But I think I'm definitely going to be using this a lot more. Yeah, and this is just like a regular foundation finishing powder. But yeah, y'all. The look is coming together. It's coming to form. She's looking great, you know? And I definitely don't want to digress from this conversation because it's a good one. But overall, what I'm learning this year is just learning to give myself grace. Learning how to contain my emotions. Let me not say contain. Definitely learning how to alchemize my energy correctly, right? Because the thing is, whether bad or good, energy is energy. It's just, if you use it wrong, you will get shocked. I'm not gonna front. You will definitely get shocked. It's just all about learning how to use energy in its right form. And I think that's just where I'm at in my learning curve, my learning journey, just all things life, to be honest. And like I said, I'm just in a period of my life where I am just using my anger as fuel for my success right now. I'm not gonna lie, you know, being tired of getting overlooked, being tired of, you know, being undercharged, especially for just where I'm at, you know, at one point in life, enough will have to be enough. And I think that's just where I'm at right now. I'm literally at the breaking point, but in the very best way possible, you know, because I know that under this pressure, a diamond gonna be made, okay? I'm gonna go into my Fenty Velvet lipstick. This is in the color Breadwinner. I'm gonna top that right on top of the black. And this honestly just gives me like a beautiful dark brown. And we did say that we're gonna make this a little bit darker. So I am filling in the corners of my lips. And now I'm gonna go into my Juvia's Place matte lipstick in the color Carry. And I'm going to apply that in the middle. And now to really top that off, I'm going to put a bit of the white primer right in the middle. Alright, y'all, and then to top this off, I am going to go into my NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the color Ginger Snap. So I'm going to apply that on the outer parts of my lips. Yep. Ginger Snap snapped, alright. And then now for the middle piece, I am going to go into another NYX Butter Gloss, but this is in the color Madeline. And I'm just going to apply in the middle of my lip. And these two went perfectly with the actual lipstick itself. And once you mash that in together, it looks good. Yeah, she is hot. She is hot and she is the moment. Now on to the finishing touches. We are going to go ahead and set our face. So I am going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I'm going to spray that first and then use my One Size On Till Dawn spray afterwards to finish it up. Just use your foundation brush and just make sure that you pat that in. Make sure that there's no droplets on your face. Otherwise, it's going to be a dried up teardrop on your face. And I don't think you want that. And I just like to make sure it dries completely before I use the On Till Dawn spray. But y'all will definitely be seeing a lot more makeup content from me though, overall, since I am pivoting my channel and not really doing that many dedicated hair videos. Well, I'm not doing any Chinese-based company hair videos anymore, but there will be a couple of hair videos that you will see. It will definitely be from a Black-owned company and stuff. So you'll see that from time to time, but I think my main focus right now is to really build that community that I want. One Size spray. Let me spray that real quick before I continue on my rant. Alright, and to really finish this up, and to really like make my pores invisible, like unclockable, I like to go into my Benign Pretty Pink powder. And I'm going to use my powder puff, and a little goes a long way, so just use a little bit. And you're just going to press it in until like it like disappears into your skin. So, but yeah, my overall goal for my channel is to really just be more personable. So, oh my god! Ooh. What just happened? What the actual fuck? Oh my god, I'm about to freak out. Oh my god. Sorry. Y'all, no. This is not real. How the hell did this happen? Nah. This is not real, y'all. This is not real. Yeah, I'm about to piss my pants. Cause what the? I have no words right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm at the very end. What the fuck? I'm pissed. I'm trying so hard not to show up. I'm pissed. We're gonna fix that. That's gonna get fixed. Absolutely not. That's unacceptable. Cause how did that even get there? Excuse me? This is what it's supposed to do. I don't know if like, I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, y'all, I'm mad. I'm, oh my God. Oh. Okay, y'all, I think it cleared up. At this point, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what the hell happened just now. But like I said, I'm gonna alchemize this pain. This is just further confirmation. Benefit highlight and the color Cookie. Cookie? Sorry, I just had a moment. I actually do want to invest in the actual like golder type of highlight. Because I feel like this is the only highlight that I use. And it's like more like the champagne goldish type of vibe. And it's not bad, but definitely could use a golder one. Yeah, I'm so scared to even touch my face at this point now. That was so traumatizing. And y'all, these are the finished results. Oh my gosh, I want to go ahead and put on like a fall type sweater and some rings on with my lovely fall type nails. Let's get a close up real quick. She's hot. She's hot. I'm definitely feeling very festive. I'm giving very fall babe, fall vibes, you know. And y'all, she's looking cute. Like, can we get into the micro smooth, darlings? But y'all, these are the finished results. I am so happy and pleased with how this look came out. I think it actually came out better than I expected it to, per usual, because you know I always impress myself. Let me stop. But y'all, let's get into the eyes. Can we get into how soft, sultry, yet full like this is giving? And it's not too much, you know what I mean? Like, it's not giving birthday makeup. Like, that's the one thing that I want the girlies to get into. Like, your makeup don't have to look caked up or, you know, for it to look crazy for you to do eyeshadow. You know what I mean? Like, you could still do a nice eyeshadow and pull it all in together and still make it look like a soft glam type of look. You feel me? And I feel like this look is giving exactly that. This is definitely like a recreation of a 2016 look, but with our new techniques and like how we do makeup now, bellissimo. But yeah, let's get into the nails too, you feel me? Like, it's just giving very festive, giving fall babe. So this is look 1 for our fall lookbook. I am going to be doing 3 fall looks. So this is the first one. As y'all can see, she's looking very cute and ravishing. And yeah, I'm like really in love. Like, I'm so in love with how this came out. Like, everything just looks so clean and put together. I don't want to ramble too much. I hope y'all enjoyed today's conversation. Nonetheless, your girl is back. She's better than ever. And I'm just so happy to be back in a space where, you know, I'm having fun with my job again. And, you know, I'm really going to put my all into it without me overworking myself. I think that's just really my mantra for the rest of this year, is to work hard, but also play hard. Also give myself congrats for how far I even got. Y'all, I'm about to be at 400K subscribers. That doesn't even feel real to me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It doesn't feel real to me, but I just hope that with us engaging more, we're just gonna invite more and attract more people, because I'm just that magnetic, you feel me? And the whole world is about to know who Young Africana is. Period. Dot. You feel me? So we're definitely back in our black girl YouTube makeup era where we're doing get ready with me's, talk throughs and all that. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this look. I hope y'all enjoyed this hair. I hope y'all enjoy me. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that bell to get notified of when I drop my videos, okay? don't play. Also too, can y'all please comment down some other topics y'all will want in our heart to heart get ready with me? I think I definitely want to do this more often. I had so much fun just sharing my insight, sharing my epiphanies that went to Tiffany's. And yeah, I just want to just talk more. I love talking. I'm a yapper. I'm definitely a yapper through and through. So comment down some topics you want to talk about. Comment down some struggles that you have been going through this year. And let's converse down in the comment section below. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.